legislature is in session, if you really want to do something to improve police misconduct, why don't you give district attorneys the right to proceed with the case without waiting for a grand jury?
All right, YouTube says we're live. It's 3:06 p.m. Central Time here in Wisconsin. If things keep going the way they are, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be shadow banned once again after doing the video with Marley. Got one in the house, 32 seconds in. This is actually breaking news. So I guess I'll just sit around and wait. Matter of fact, I'll just go live here. He was not a threat to the officers, but he fought them physically, punched them, kicked them, and stole one of their tasers, tased one police officer, ran and reached back to tase another one. Once you tase somebody, you are in, what do you call that word? I can't think about it. Incapacitated. So could there have been a chance that he could have shot another law officer and stole their gun and made it way worse? All right, apparently YouTube's not allowing me to share the screen. Why would they? I'm sitting here like an idiot. They're not going to let me share the screen. What are you talking about? Censorship? Holy crap.
And let the case go forward.
So why do you recommend no bond for the officer? What's the likelihood that the Superior Court judge will give him bond? If so, when do you think the bond will be?
I have long given up predicting Superior Court judges. I do not know.
So since Atlanta has the only police oversight agency in the state, what do you feel about statewide police agencies throughout the state to help the citizens?
Well, as I mentioned, the list of the 9 things that I'm recommending, one of the things that I think we ought to do for the whole country, if there is a police force, there are 18,000 police departments in the United States. Every one of them ought to have a civil citizen review board. But I think the citizen review board ought to be changed to require that when the city does not follow the recommendation of the review board, that failure to follow it ought to be signed off by the mayor, it ought to be signed off by the police chief, and it ought to be signed off by the city attorney. because I know that the board, a great many of the recommendations are never followed.
After this BS press conference, I'm going to show you the video of what exactly did happen. But there's a police officer being charged with murder who, well, you'll see.
And the citizens believe what jurisdictions in the entire United States with an active civilian review board.
Sir, you mentioned that Officer Roslin will be giving a statement in the coming days. Is that to you or is that a public statement? Is that to investigators?
To the DA's office, yes. Yes. So let me take one more.
Officer Roslin has already put out a statement saying that you're moving too quickly this decision.
Well,
Is that also what you're saying? This is how you're describing him here.
Yeah, well, I would expect that, that he would do that, and I'm not surprised by that. But we've already interviewed him twice, and so I can tell you what he has said to us.
Mr. Hawk, could you quickly respond? Attorney representing Officer Wells just put out a very detailed statement. Part of it saying that the taser that was with garages and could have been active, also that involved first what he thought was a gunshot coming at him when he saw the flash, supposedly from the taser. He thought he was going to fire that with a handgun. Do you have any response to that?
I don't. I stand by what we've said today. I think that is the reasonable interpretation, and I think if there is some litigation in court, I think that what we contend will be proven to be the correct view of what happened. Thank you all very much.
All right. Basically, I know there's not going to be many people in here because I'm being shadow banned. They are saying that the police officer who shot and killed this young man is being charged with murder. I did not hear in time to see if the other officer was charged with murder. But actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all something real quick. And when it comes to, I'll fast forward it. But when it comes to what happened to George Floyd, which is terrible, I want to know where the outrage was. If y'all can bear with me 1 second. Now you're gonna see an uptick of police officers that are going to resign because in order to save their lives and shut up. You're going to see so many police officers that will resign, and that's exactly what the politicians want. Simply because they do not want to go to prison for doing their job, and if they are trying to protect themselves so they can go home at night. I'm going to fast forward this. This is very disturbing. And I don't even hear it. What happened is Mr. Tony here called the police department, and he felt that he was ODing on drugs and he wanted help. So he called 911, and basically exactly what happened to him is what happened to George Floyd. Both these incidents were uncalled for and were wrong. But do you remember seeing this on the news? Do you remember seeing a bunch of riots over it? See how the police officer says you're going to kill me? That's what he was saying. You're going to kill me. Watch the police officer smile and laugh. Yeah, he points. Yeah, yeah. When Dallas police officers arrived, Tempa was already handcuffed by private security guards at a store on Mockingbird Lane. The Dallas Morning News recently obtained police body camera footage after 3 years of battling for the records and judges' ruling. Basically, what they told the mother of this victim that they found him. They found him basically in a ditch or in a field, I can't remember, and that he had died of a heart attack. Tampa is retrained in no, whatever. Can you believe that, everybody? We've been in here for I don't even know how many minutes, and there's 12 people in the house. I'm not. Now, this was a man who called 911 because he fell off the wagon and he felt that he needed help. Either he OD'd or something, but he called them asking for help. This was in 2016. Officers continue to apply pressure to Tempe's back as they laugh and joke. Tempe stops making sound. I can't. Tempe's stops making sound. Look at his ear. If you can see his ear on the left-hand side, look how purple it is. That's lack of oxygen through the body. They're asking him what he took, but he's in the process of dying. He's losing oxygen to the brain. Clearly, once again, you can see his ear purple. It gets even worse. And when they see him moving in the future, that is after your body, a lot of times when you pass away, your nerves, your brain is flashing, etc. You twitch. That's what back in the 1800s, people would freak out because a body in a casket would like sit up. So just you watch. Listen to that laughter. Look how purple that ear is. And when you are moving, like I said, when you're gone, you're dead. You still twitch. You can seize out, this and that. That's your brain misfiring, saying, hey, what's going on down here, everybody? Why is nobody reacting? As the officers crack jokes about waking up Tempa, the paramedics administer a powerful sedative, which I guarantee that sedative was adrenaline. That man is dead at that point. He is dead. 6 minutes and 6 seconds in, he is dead. You'll see. Now you hear all the officers laughing and cracking jokes when he is, he is at that time declared dead, but he's not declared dead until he's in the ambulance. But listen to all the officers. But where was this video? Where was this video in 2016? What happened to George Floyd was horrible. And the officer that set his knee on his neck absolutely deserves to go to prison. But do you all remember this case? Do you remember seeing any of these officers going to jail? Do you remember seeing any, White Lives Matter walking down the street, burning up stores, etc.? I guess white privilege gets you there, I guess. If you have white privilege, you don't get to have riots in your name. Now, granted, there's still 4 minutes and 29 seconds in this video. This man is dead because of the officers on his back, many officers, and forcing his face into the ground where he could not breathe. He called because he wanted help because he fell off the wagon. And just keep listening. Matter of fact, wait till you find out when what they say when the paramedics saying he's not breathing. Listen to the jokes they make then. Officers lift Tempa onto a gurney. Tempa's body is limp. His eyes are partially open. Officer Dustin Diller asks if Tempa is breathing. He ain't dead, is he? He said. No, he's not breathing because he's fucking dead. Pardon my French. Okay, you hear what the officer says, I hope I didn't kill him. Now listen to all the other officers when they say we. What do you mean we?
I love how it became a we. We ain't friends.
Now, towards the end of this video, I want you to see this officer right here. When he sits down and he pulls out a small tube, you can see the frustration in his face, and there's no humor. And I'll rewind it a couple times. It's very disturbing. What he says is wrong with him when he talks to the officers. You see that right there? He said, I got his mom on the phone. See what this paramedic says? And look at how frustrated he is. He looks pissed. Now, why I want to show you all this, and I'll say the he's dead or show the he's dead thing a couple more times. But where were the riots? What makes this man's soul any less than another man's soul? Nothing. George Floyd, yeah, he wasn't a martyr. He wasn't he had a criminal history. Doesn't make him a bad, he didn't deserve the way he died, the way he did. Neither did this guy who called 911. He'd have been better off laying in a ditch, freaking going through detox, than calling these police officers. Once again, watch this. You can see the frustration in that paramedic's face. Yeah, he's dead. Y'all killed him. I'll scroll back a little bit where they say he's not breathing. You'll hear one of the officers say, "What the F?" Yeah. Unfucking believable, he says. What's the color of his skin? White, correct? It's not a black man, not a white, or it's a white man. It's not a Chinese man. This happens all the time. This Black Lives Matter, George Floyd thing, I feel terrible that he passed away. But if you see everybody that's jumping in, you see Nancy Pelosi, you see Chuck Schumer. I watched a video, the cloths that they were wearing around their neck were of Islamic State that used to help, was the biggest slave trade area in Africa. So they were wearing these cloths over their neck, and they took a knee. And I want to show you something very powerful too, that somebody that I watched, if I can find it, when they talk about taking a knee. You want to talk about hypocritical? Why would they be taking a knee when the knee is what killed George Floyd? He said, will you, one of you police officers, put on some gloves and help with chest compressions? And that's when he pointed. He's dead. You can tell he's pissed. Very pissed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to see if I can find, this might take me a minute. There's 18 in the house. I appreciate everybody showing up. Justin, we can't see you can't see the video? Are you serious, YouTube? Unbelievable. So I just spent all that time for nothing. Cannot see it. All right, let's do it again. Telling you what, YouTube's got it in for me big time. Unbelievable. What a waste of time. Sorry I wasted y'all's time. I'll see if it pops up this time.
Business insurance today is like
Once it starts, let me know if y'all can hear it. Just give me
You got
one.
any name on them or anything?
Just Tony's the only thing we can get.
Help me! Tony!
Hey, get on the ground. No, you're gonna kill me.
Okay, this man, once again, he called 911. He called 911 for help because he fell off the wagon with drugs. And can you all see it now? You good? You didn't know, Joe? Can you all see the man? The one you hear yelling, "Help me," was the one that called the police. This happened in 2016.
I'm not gonna kill you. You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me. Yeah.
I want you to see that officer's face right there where he laughs and says, "Yeah, you're going to kill me." He says, "Yeah."
No, you're gonna kill me. I'm not gonna kill you. You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me.
Yeah. All right, I'll fast forward it a ways instead of do y'all see how purple his ear is? There's other shots where it's way more purple.
So what's the plan?
His face is in the ground. They have their knees on the back, but they have his face completely smushed in the ground. His ears go purple. He starts babbling, but he starts twitching, and the officers believe that he's still alive. Many people, after you pass, it's almost like a fish that dies. You know, their brain, their nerve endings are. Oh, I'm not a freaking scientist, but your brain's sending waves down to your body, like what's going on.
If they'll strap him to a gurney, one of y'all.
Well, they can both ride in the back. I'll drive the ambulance.
He was scrumming a little
Tony,
too
you
much.
still with us?
You alright, bud? He's gonna be alright.
He's already dead by then.
Is he acknowledging anymore?
He's moving.
I'm going to fast forward a bit. They keep saying he's moving. He's twitching. He's not moving at all. I'm going to wait till the paramedics get there instead of waste your time like last time. But being a white man, which I'm just saying, what happened to this story? Why wasn't there an outrage? Okay, when the officers worry about, wait a minute, he could be dead. He's not breathing. Listen to the way they joke back and forth.
Is he knocked out or he ain't dead, is he?
Nah, he just moved.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Oh, little freak. He didn't just die down there, did he?
I don't think he did.
Is he breathing? Hope I didn't kill him.
That big old smiley face. Shit's funny, huh? Don't matter if you're black, white, green, whatever the
I
hell.
didn't kill him.
All this weed shit.
I love how this became a we.
Yeah.
We ain't friends.
All right, now listen to the change of tune when the paramedic. Yeah, this was in 2016, but guess what? Was there any riots? Was there any? Did you hear anything about it? I never heard about it till 2 days ago. Listen to the change in their voice when the paramedic says he passed away. And once again, like I talked in the past, which I thought the video was showing, see the frustration and how pissed off the paramedic in the back of the paramedic van was.
He's not breathing? Nope. Oh, shit.
This guy right here.
He ain't breathing, bro. We all put on some gloves. We need some chest.
He's already pissed, the white paramedic. Will you all put on some gloves? We need some chest compressions. You can already tell. Watch his demeanor when he tells the officer he's dead.
Fuck. He ain't breathing. So he was fighting and then just gave up.
I've got his mom on the phone, and she knows all this stuff.
He's dead.
He's what?
He's dead.
Well,
He didn't even once he said he's dead, he wouldn't even repeat it. See him snap the plastic off of those tubes and everything. He's pissed.
I've got his mom on the phone, and she knows all this stuff.
He's dead.
He's what?
He's dead.
Well,
2016 that happened. Was there a big race riot after that? Was there any kind of civil unrest after that? Absolutely not. But I'm going to go see if I can find this video of the officers that are now charged with murder. If they're going to show the whole thing, if they're going to allow me to show it. There was a press conference just probably 30, 45 minutes ago where they charged, I believe, one of the officers with murder, homicide. And this is the reason why we're going to have so many law enforcement officers that have already given up their badges and their guns. You've got Sister Angel Cortita, who's been spit on, who she's a part of this channel. She's law enforcement, etc. But this man was drunk, whatever, could have complied, whatever. Towards the last few minutes, last minute, starts to fight with the officers, grabs one of the officers' tasers, tases him, and then starts to run away and goes to tase another one. And if that would have been a white man, he'd been dead. But now they're charging him with murder. This is all a part of the end times, people.
You had about 1.5 drinks, but you don't remember what kind of drinks they were.
No, sir.
All right.
I really don't.
All right. I think you've had too much to drink to be driving. Put your hands on your back, boy. Put your hands on your back. Hey, stop fighting! Stop fighting! Stop fighting!
During the struggle, Rayshard took an officer's taser and ran.
Stop fighting! Stop fighting! You're gonna get tased! You're gonna get tased! Stop! Mr. Wrong! Stop! Stop! You're gonna get tased! Mr. Wrong! Taser! Hands off the taser! Stop fighting! Hands off the taser!
Now he's on his feet. He has a taser. What does a taser do? A taser puts you down. What could happen if you would have shot one of the officers with a taser? You could have easily got one of his guns. It incapacitates you, or however you say it. He stole the taser.
Hey!
Oh, they're not even showing the whole video on this one. This must be some libetard shit here, but watch when he turns. Oh, they didn't even show it. What a waste of time. Basically, he turns, he shoots the other officer. I'll find the video. He shoots, which he shouldn't have died. You know, I feel bad anybody that dies, but he shoots the first officer with the taser, incapacitates him, and then starts to run, turns around, and points the taser at the other officer and fires. You can see the flash come out of the taser. That's when the officer that was first tased recovered and shot, because he wasn't sure if it was a gun or whatnot. Let's see if I can find a better video. That's what happens when it comes to this type of censorship. It's ridiculous. I want to see the whole video. Let's try this one.
I can't blame nothing on her. It was my decision. I said, hey.
I want to see the struggle.
You're gonna get tased! You're gonna get tased! Stop! Mr. Ross! Stop! Come on, man. Stop! You're gonna get tased! Mr. Ross! Hands off the fucking taser! Hands off the taser! Stop! Hands off the taser! Stop fighting! Stop fucking taser!
All right, you just seen that officer was tased. That officer was just tased. They're not going to show the whole thing. I got to have to do some more research and get the actual video.
63.
That's exactly what happens with mainstream media. They don't release the truth. And I'm going to try this one more time, everybody. I'm not trying to make it bad, you know. Shut up. I'm not trying to justify somebody's death, but you clearly see if they show both cameras. Nope, they're not going to here either. Here we go. Maybe this one will work.
This Wendy's here, and there were several sources of video. There was cell phone video, there was body cam video, but the GBI director, Vic Reynolds, says that some of the most compelling video was from the surveillance cameras at the restaurant. This was a man suspected of DUI who police say grabbed a police. Basically, the way mainstream media played it was that the man was wrestling, he broke away, and as he ran away from the police officers, they shot him. Actually, I think some news channels said that he didn't even resist. He just ran away and he was shot in the back. He grabbed a taser from one police officer out of his holster. He tased that officer. Clearly, it showed in the other one. And started to run. Well, still wrestling with the other officer. Then broke free and started to run. Went to turn around and tase that officer. And when the flash came, the other officer returned fire. What happened if he would have tased both officers? And he wanted, you know, this. When you are a human being, just because you have a badge, you want to go home to your wife. You want to go home to your husband. You want to go, even if you're a, homosexual officer. I don't care. You want to go home at night. If all he would have did was put his hands behind his back, none of this would have happened. A police taser and fled. And before we show the video, we'll let Reynolds describe what it shows.
Well, it does appear in the video that he is.
You're absolutely correct, West Texas. There are very power hungry police officers too, but the margin outweighs when it comes to good police officers. I know because my brother was one. He was a great police officer, and even the police officers around here, they know me. They're great. They're wonderful. I even got pictures of them with me. So
fleeing from the Atlanta police officers, that as he's fleeing, he turns back over his shoulder with what appears to the naked eye to be this taser that a witness has told us they saw the individual have that belonged to one of the officers. And as
even eyewitnesses.
he turned it over, you'll be able to see on the video the Atlanta officer literally reached down to get his.
I'm gonna start this over.
Jeff, this happened, as you said, in the parking lot of this Wendy's here, and there were several sources of video. There was cell phone video, there was body cam video, but the GBI director, Vic Reynolds, says that some of the most compelling video was from the surveillance cameras at the restaurant. This was a man suspected of DUI who police say grabbed a police taser and fled.
All right, real quick, I'm just wondering, I looked and I see Sister West Texas, your messages retracted. I wasn't going the good and the bad, everything. No, I wasn't getting on to you at all. There's good and bad. There's good and evil. I wasn't denying that, what you said. I just happened to catch, if you can see, I got my phone over here because I can't see the comments up here. I wasn't at all, was I saying what you were saying was wrong. No, there's good cops and there's bad cops. There's good, there's good postmen. There's bad postmen. There's good doctors, there's bad doctors. It's good versus evil. So you didn't have to retract anything. I apologize if I hurt your feelings.
And before we show the video, we'll let Reynolds describe what it shows.
Well, it does appear in the video that he is fleeing from the Atlanta police officers, that as he's fleeing, he turns back over his shoulder with what appears to the naked eye to be this taser that a witness has told us they saw the individual have that belonged to one of the officers. And as he turned it over, you'll be able to see on the video the Atlanta officer literally reached down to get his service weapon. And as he gets his weapon, Mr. Brooks begins turning his body away from him, I presume, to flee. And it looks like that's when the discharge of the weapon goes off then.
Bullshit.
So there are blue lights on the left side of the screen. You will see a man run to the right with two police officers chasing him. It appears that the fleeing man turns. You even see a small flash that may or may not be the taser firing. And then it ends very quickly with the man mortally wounded from a police gunshot.
Right there, it happened at the same time. Everybody's being so politically correct because they're afraid of Black Lives Matter, all this stuff, repercussions. They don't want, they ended up burning that Wendy's down, from what I heard.
Wounded from a...
Look, he turns around, he points a taser at his face.
Police gunshot.
He's still, there's the police gunshot. Now, the officer just said, the one with the bald head, he said it appeared that he turned around and was running when this officer here shot him. Okay. Clearly, you can see the flash from the taser, or if that's a reflection, but they say a flash. He's pointing the taser at his face. Now, if he would have been able to pop off around and tase that officer, he could have stopped, grabbed that officer's gun. Everybody wants the police to come help him. Call the police, call 911, come help me, come help me, come help me. I've been robbed, I've been stabbed, my girlfriend's been raped, I've been raped, this and that. This man right here he's being charged with murder because this is all turned into politics now over George Floyd. And I'm sorry, if you believe it was just George Floyd, you're strongly mistaken. This happens to do with the New World Order, the global elites. This is a way to create civil unrest, more racial divide. And you know what? You haven't seen nothing yet. They ain't going to say shit about white men that have been shot and killed by police officers. And wait, the less officers there are, the ones that go ahead and turn in their badge and say it's not worth it, it's not worth my small, puny little pay, then watch the militias come out. Yeah, they're going to be, there'll be some, militia members arrested or whatever. But wait till America's had enough of, enough is enough. Then that's when you're going to have your all-out race war. Then guess what? That's when they get to bring in the military. That's when they get to bring in the UN troops. And then guess what? That's when they get to implement the New World Order. Everybody's being fooled. That officer's going to jail. That man right there should have not resisted, okay? He might have spent 15 days in jail. He might have spent, a day in jail and got bonded out. But he decided he wanted to fight. He wanted to punch officers. He wanted to kick them and knee them, steal a taser, tase one officer, and then run away, turn around and point the taser at the officer, pull the trigger. What does the officer do to save his own life? Maybe he's got 2 kids at home. Maybe he's got a wife at home. Maybe he's got a fiance at home. Hell, he might be gay. Maybe he's got a big black boyfriend at home that wants to give him big old smooches. I don't know. I don't care. I feel bad for this man losing his life for making a bad decision, and I feel sorry for this officer who's now facing murder charges. We are Americans. We are supposed to love one another. How can you be black and go to church and praise God and praise Jesus? How can you be white, praise God and praise Jesus, and we all are, and coexist? It makes no sense.
This video or portions of it are available also on 11alive.com.
I'll flat out show that again.
On 11alive.com. Reynolds says
that bald-headed freaking officer, he's just put in front of the camera. I know y'all probably sick of watching this, and so am I.
With the man mortally wounded from a...
Okay, boom. He's still pointing. Boom. You saw that flash.
This video...
Do you see a gun in this thing?
Several sources of video. There was cell phone video. There was body cam video. But the GBI director, Vic Reynolds, says that some of the most compelling video was from the surveillance cameras at the restaurant. This was a man suspected of DUI who...
I don't know. Do you, any of y'all, you can put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me or whatever. Did you see the officer's gun flash before or after? A millisecond. A millisecond. I can't even get this add stream. I want to remove it. Now they're not even letting you do that. All right. Okay, there's the one there. There's 22 people in the house. That's great. He should have still been in prison on the child abuse conviction. See, I didn't even know that he had a child abuse conviction there, Sister DB. This is getting stupid. This is what I'm talking about. Everybody is falling in to politics. Let's look up some stupid shit here. Pardon my French. Let's go to CHOP. Now, remember Chad that was taken over in Seattle, Washington? Now they're called CHOP. Why'd they change their name to CHOP? Let's see what this says. We don't need negotiating. We need our police officers to go in. We need our military to go in and grab these little libtards by the throat and yank them the hell out of there, spank them, and throw them in jail. They don't have the right to take over all these city blocks. Some say 6 city blocks. Some say 7 city blocks.
The only reason why this is happening is because this is Seattle, Washington, the bluest of blue states, and Seattle, the bluest of blue cities. And they're, oh my God, they're just, it's Libville. I mean, libtards everywhere. You see that little, you see right there, those little lights? Those are probably big old balls of glitter. You can't see the glitter laying on the streets because they snorted it all. You're welcome, JB. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I gotta relieve some stress somehow with our mascot Marley. But this is just ridiculous. This would not happen. Yeah, try this in Kentucky. Try this in freaking parts of Florida. Try this in South Carolina. Try this in parts of Texas. I'll beat your ass. Funny thing, you remember when it first was Chaz? A day and a half later, a big tweet was sent out. Please help. We're starving. We have no food. All the homeless people stole it. Yeah. You really think that this is your new government? You all really think this is going to last? The government's just going to let you get comfortable, and they're going to come in and they're going to stomp a mud hole in your backside, which is well deserved. Man, I don't care if you're black or not. I'm not racist. The barriers, like they're like, well, they were like over there, dude, and now they're like not where we want them. So, not sure what's gonna happen, bruh. You know what I mean? And I'm one of the leaders because I was in another video, bruh, and I was actually carrying a rifle. You know, I got my Crocs on, bro. Might be Crocs, I don't know. You know, dude, you didn't grow up in the hood. You grew up in freaking shoot Beverly Hills. By the way, you're talking. Like, oh my God, dude, that's like so uncool if you're gonna push us out of the way. Like, oh my God, you know, dude, Black Lives Matter. Come on now. Black Lives Matter is nothing but a bunch of global elite Democrats that are just taking in all the money, giving you little pieces of the pie to make your signs. And it's funny, it's so hypocritical that you have Black Lives Matter fighting for Black lives, this and that. They're not fighting for schools, etc., but they just got $1.5 billion. But it's run by very rich Rothschilds, George Soros, which they probably don't even know, nor do they care. This is all a plan. This is all a plan to cause civil unrest and more division and make America fall so they can implement the new world order. The global elitists want a one world government, a one world currency, a one world religion, so they can be gods. They can be kings and queens over parts of the country. And you all idiots, not you all on here, are following for it. And you got this dude that was just being interviewed the other day like some badass. Before it was Chaz, now it's Chop. And now he's like, well, it sounds like a protest leader. You gonna lead me anywhere, bro? You gonna lead me into battle? You might lead me into a Dunkin' Donuts or a freaking Starbucks. Oh my God, we fought for. I'm gonna get off of this guy, but I can't help it. But oh my God, we fought for like we threw our piss, we threw urine and sticks and stuff, and yeah, we took over because we got in a like a civil war in the biggest libtard state in the world, and the cops wouldn't do nothing. So we really fought hard. Motherfucker, go over. Pardon me. Go over to freaking Iraq. Go to Afghanistan. Go to Korea. Go to North Korea. Go fight for some land over there from Kim Jong Un's sister. See what happens to you. See what happens to all y'all. What the hell? Where are these dudes from? Is all they do is drink soy? Really? I was very concerned about all the protesters and I wanted to protect them. So I got all these big, strong, muscular guys and I had them build walls around and they're afraid that we're just trying to put them in. But I really do care about them. Chop, chop. Give me a break, man. Soy City. There ain't no message. You got a bunch of idiots walking around playing on their phones, eating free food, walking around stinking like Lincoln. Check out this one with the big old belly hanging out with her belly piercing or whatever. What are they doing? They're doing nothing. It's like Woodstock. They're just relying on free crap. They're doing nothing. What's he doing right there? Is he texting the president? No, he ain't doing shit. Oh my God. Like the same ones we were fighting with. It's like we're negotiating with. Isn't that what you wanted? You wanted negotiations? Freaking hypocrite. Yes, they do, and they sound just like you. Don't talk about your skin color. I think, no offense to my daughter and everybody else, but I think police chief likes to take it in the, you know where, the backside. Well, anyways, that was a glimpse of that. How's that your First Amendment right when you're taking over a town, when you're taking over a city? Now, did any of y'all see any of that, or did they not show the screen again? Was I just sitting there talking to myself again? Am I even live? The whole time you didn't see it? Okay, one saying yes. The whole time you didn't see the whole Chaz and the no? You gotta be kidding me, man.
I'll try it again. This is a waste. I know a lot of people are going to jump off because I can't believe I must look like a complete idiot, which I don't care. Okay, now I see it popping up. Don't worry, it's only 1 minute 51 seconds.
The negotiating still needs to keep continuing. I want to show you something. So this lane right here is supposed to be open, but you can see over there protesters have blocked it off with cars, and even on the other side some chairs, and they're actually guarding it, saying regardless of what the city says, they don't feel safe with the lane open.
I feel like it's another tactic to try to like divide us up.
Just hours after 4,000-pound concrete barriers lined the chop zone, opening up one lane of traffic, some protesters have already blocked it off. Still our streets read one of the messages on the barriers. Protest leader Rooks is questioning the...
There's your protest leader. The one I was saying, oh my God, you know what? You ain't from Chicago. You ain't from the Bronx. You're from Beverly Hills. You're from somewhere else. Look at that denim jacket. You know how expensive them suckers are? That's designer denim.
Move.
The barriers are right now is literally in the middle of the area that we fought for. So is it helping us, or are you guys trying to push us out of the area?
Oh my God, like I said before, we like fought for it. And we were like, hey, KKK, get out of here. Hey, go away. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Pardon my French. This shit just drives me nuts, and I wasted that whole live stream showing you all this. But here, this is once again. Listen to him. I don't care. You're the mastermind here. Get somebody from Chicago. Get T-Bone. Get T-Bone straight out of prison from Chicago. Run that shit.
Barriers. Protest leader Rooks is questioning the move.
The barriers are right now is literally in the middle of the area that we fought for. So is it helping us, or are you guys trying to push us out of the area?
Fire Chief Harold Scoggins says the barriers are meant to protect protesters in the chop zone from people who may want to drive through crowds.
You know, I had significant concerns over fire and life safety.
Horseshit. Once again, this is all political, and like I said, that firefighter was, oh my God, I want nothing to happen to this and that, blah, blah, blah. This is all politics because this is election year. And then you got stupid Nancy Pelosi and all these idiots bowing or getting on their knee. Well, guess what? Once again, I learned this from a YouTuber that I watch, and she is awesome. I wish I could find, I'm going to search for it here in a minute. And the way she explains all these idiots getting down on their knee, it'll make your eyes. I just love it. I never even thought of it till she said it.
Plus, the barriers open up one lane of traffic around the zone so people who live there can get to their homes, businesses can operate, and emergency vehicles can respond.
This now hopefully brings the narrative back to the message and not focus on the space.
As space protesters...
Like I said, you see that guy right here with the protester? He's texting away. You got homeboy here eating some free food. You got girl right here with the belly button ring. Well, what are they doing? What are they doing but walking around? This is another Woodstock. It's garbage. They're not doing anything to change. They don't even know. I guarantee you, half of them don't even know who George Floyd is.
Say they won't give up.
We went from a whole street to a half a street. Now it feels like we're sharing it with the same people we're trying to negotiate with.
Chief Scoggins has been to the zone every day. I asked him why he felt compelled to go beyond public safety concerns.
There's a lot of young people in there, and some of them look like me. And
maybe you're dating the dude with the dreadlocks. That's why you're going there every day. I don't know. But that's the end of that one. I guess what I have to do each time. Stop screen. then I'm gonna go and I kneel to no one but God. I love that. I'm gonna put that up there and keep that up there. Sorry I'm not able to see all y'all's chats. We're dropping fast. If I can hurry up and find this, share screen, then I'm gonna watch and see if I'm sharing. Yeah, StreamYard's messing with me hardcore. So is YouTube. Same thing. Yeah, I've seen all the Democrats bowing, but it's funny. I've seen some other YouTubers explain what exactly that they're wearing, the shawl or whatever, the cloth around their neck. That was in Africa, a part in Africa, a country in Africa, their flag, that were mainly Muslims, and they were the ones that that would catch the slaves for slave trade. Come on, where's shit? Right here, bam.
Morning, everyone.
All right, I gotta. I strongly urge you all to subscribe to her channel.
Oh,
I gotta find where
I know this is a long video, but now what you're gonna see is
she talks about bowing down.
they have no fucking clue what's really going down. Have an exodus
I don't remember where it was at.
in Seattle. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in Seattle.
Yeah, see what happens. Yep, exactly.
Change by burning down buildings, killing people, destroying people's lives. You're not gonna get change with your gun. It's your life or theirs.
Pardon me, I don't remember where.
Obviously, I don't know the laws. When you have this type of energy in the air, and this got murdered.
Come on.
I've been saying it every few months. You need to prepare. You're gonna make me do the same action of the man that killed.
Here we go.
About you, people from Wall Street taking a knee. They're bending the. You haven't seen my previous videos. You're being led to your slaughter by the same people you say you're fighting. You're being led to your slaughter.
Basically, she's talking about the global elites when it comes to Black Lives Matter, etc. You're being led to your slaughter by the people. You know how people don't understand. Black Lives Matter is funded by the global elites. This is what they want. But listen to the way she talks about taking a knee, which I just absolutely was blown away when I heard this last night. You couldn't put it in better words.
What? You're gonna get stomped on. When the government says, okay, you've had your fun, here we go, martial law. And then what? How many weapons you got compared to the government? And who's funneling you the weapons of the government? So you got these people out here thinking that they're doing something, being led by people that are actually receiving the one.
Yes, Brother Brian, they Legos did take away from the or they took the police officer out of the Lego sets. And they're taking police officers out of different cartoons, etc. But please listen to what she says about all these politicians taking a knee. Please, just for 1 second.
$0.4 billion. And again, if you haven't seen my previous videos, and again, if you haven't seen my previous videos, you're being led to your slaughter by the same people you say you're fighting. You're being led to your slaughter by the same people you say are part of the corrupt system. Millionaires and billionaires and trillionaires are leading you to your slaughter because they are the ones funding the movement.
Yep.
And now people are waking up. Billionaires are funding your movement. Does that register to you? Organizations that never gave a fuck about you, people from Wall Street taking a knee, they're bending the knee. What are they trying to tell you? I want people to really think about this. Bending the knee is the same action that was taken to kill that man. And I know some of you are saying it wasn't, it's a lie, whatever. Mainstream says, what I saw, taking a knee, that is the same action of the person that murdered that person. So you, as a person of color, is taking a knee. What do you think you're doing by doing that? I would never take a knee. Ever. Because I'm not submitting to anyone. And I'm not submitting to death. I'm not gonna take a knee. Are you crazy? You're gonna make me do the same action of the man that killed the man that I'm supposed to be protesting for? What are you, fucking insane? You have lost your fucking mind.
I love that. She's so right.
Mainstream says, what I saw, taking a knee, that is the same action of the person that murdered that person. So you, as a person of color, is taking a knee. What do you think you're doing by doing that? I would never take a knee. Ever. Because I'm not submitting to anyone. And I'm not submitting to death. I'm not gonna take a knee. Are you crazy? You're gonna make me do the same action of the man that killed the man that I'm supposed to be protesting for? What are you, fucking insane? You have lost your fucking mind. I'm not taking a fucking knee. I'm standing tall like you motherfuckers killed that person. I'm not taking no damn knee. Especially when you got these millionaires on TV and the politicians taking a knee. It's like, what are they trying to tell you, really?
You see the sheer hypocrisy in that she points out, which I never thought of, not thinking. Could you imagine if George Floyd was choked to death by his bare, like this? Could you imagine the politicians going around doing, choking or shooting a pow, 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 something? But they're taking the knee. But like she says, why take the knee? Not like Kaepernick, dumbass Kaepernick. Why would you take the knee, the same exact gesture that killed George Floyd? It's so hypocritical. It just shows you how dumb the far left really are. And when I saw her say that last night, I was blown away. Hey, Country Boy logged in. JB still in the house. JB Welter, Time to Travel. I had that lady's channel on YouTube channel one time. She's great. She don't pull no punches. The first plane crash in the Twin Towers. Oh shoot. Oh. Janet, exactly. There you go. If I hit my knees, it'll be either to pray or it will be either to hit praise God, maybe, or die. I wouldn't doubt it. I heard taking a knee is a Masonic thing too, says Sister West Texas. I just want to thank everybody that's sticking around. I feel like an idiot. I thought the whole time the first that video was sharing, I went through the whole process, and apparently, like some people say,
StreamYard's messing with me, etc. But they'll take the $25 a month in a heartbeat. But they're just another part of YouTube. But all this is politics. This officer that shot that man with the taser in the Wendy's parking lot, you seen how slow-mo it was. It lit up. I don't know if he knew if he took the officer's gun, if it was a taser in the heat of the moment. He was fearing for his life, and he was doing his job. You're supposed to, as a police officer, you are supposed to go after somebody that's committing a felony. Now, once you start wrestling and you taser a police officer and you're fighting, that is no longer a misdemeanor. That becomes a felony. He technically, in certain states, had the right to shoot him, even if he didn't have a gun in his hand, which I don't believe in that. Like fleeing or looting, like felon, I don't know. Everybody, and she talks about this in the video too, everybody needs to start stocking up on weapons. She said even liberals. Now liberals are opening up their minds and they're seeing all this craziness, and now they're going to gun stores, etc. I think it was 40 million or 60 million guns that were sold last month or in the last couple months. And a lot of them are liberals that are buying these guns, ones that never ever wanted a gun in their house, ever. They're buying guns because they're seeing what's happening. These not radical left liberals. Oh, everybody, I'll put that up here. It says, please, Justin, look up Luciferian March, June 21st, 2020, the fire moon on the 20th. Yeah, if y'all can look that up. I saw, I think it was Lewis, Grand Supreme News, or somebody had it up, but then I got a call from the vet for Marley. I hope your friend gets well, Locked and Loaded. Thank you so much. Me too. He's laying on the couch. I tell you what, if I lose him anytime soon, you all probably won't see me on YouTube for a long, long time. Like I said, losing, my cousin Tommy, big brother, my cousin Maddie. Actually, my cousin Tommy, my cousin Maddie, my big brother, and my Uncle Dave, all in maybe less than 8 months. And to lose Marley, I don't know. But what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to make a video. I'm going to take Marley out to the lake. I'm not going to throw the ball in the water, whatever. I'm just going to let him walk around the park freely. And I'm going to spoil him rotten the best way I can. And it's kind of hard. I'd love to spoil him with a whole bunch of food, but I can't because he'll throw it back up. So if any of y'all have any ideas, put in the comment section what I could do to spoil him. What type of foods you may think that his stomach could handle, or he really doesn't like car rides, even though he usually jumps in the car, but he has a panic attack, as you all could hear in that video when I brought him back from the vet. So if you have any ideas, put in the comment section after this video uploads. And like I said, I'm gonna take Marley to the lake and just walk around, do some trail walking with him. And I want to do like I did before my brother passed away. I want to document as much time as we can. What did you find out? JB, if you go and you check out my last live stream, when I did talk to the doctor, they said give it a couple more days. If the tumors in the glands don't go down anymore, then to bring them in. They've actually swollen twice the size that they were yesterday. So if that be the case, it gets worse. They said that they want to do another test, which would be an X-ray, which is $400 and some dollars, and to do a biopsy to see if he has cancer would be another 500 and something. And so, I'll be honest with you, I was crying today, and I said, "Well, how much will it be if that's the case to put him down?" And she was like $170. I was like, $170 to put him down. Veterinarians and doctors do great things, but come on, cut somebody a break, especially in the times we're living in. I hope and pray that these antibiotics work. Do I think they will? No. I'm talking. Remember how small his glands were yesterday? They're like this now. You can see in the video. It's terrible. I'll read that afterwards there, Sister DB. Just a thought when we had to give someone. I know. I had to give my brother back to God. I don't want to talk. All right. Much love, everybody. Fear no man, never fear death. Get right with God. Fight the good fight and always stay locked and loaded. God bless.